The just concluded Ondo governorship elections, and of course the result is now history, as they say. But let's get to your background to what transpired. I'll be back.
Though the race to the governorship seat in Ondo State had 13 contenders, visible amongst them were the incumbent governor, Olusegun Mimiko of the Labour Party, Rotimi Akeredolu of the ACN, and Olushola Oke of the People's Democratic Party. The race began with promises by each candidate on what to expect if voted as the next governor of the state.
We will do things in the right way for the development of the people of Ondo State.
We will bridge the disconnect between yourselves, your good selves, and government.
Also, in preparation for a free, fair and credible election, the INEC boss, Atahiru Jega, and his police counterpart, Muhammad Abubakar, visited the state and sounded a note of warning ahead of the poll.
Every polling unit presiding officer must comply with that requirement. The results will be counted immediately after the election in public clear, and once the results are declared, they will be tested for everybody to know.
Restriction orders that will be in place is being respected and is being obeyed. There's a level of protection and safety and security provided for voters to come out to do what is expected of them.
A high turnout of voters witnessed on D-Day in the 3 senatorial districts of the state.
75, 76.
And then to the collation center, which led to the announcement of the results.
That Dr. Rahman Olusegun Mimiko of Labour Party, having satisfied the requirements of the law and scored the highest number of votes, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
This announcement is one of a kind, as Iroko instantly became the rhythm in town.
I don't know what to say. My joy is full. I thank God for Mimiko.
Victory is not by gun, but by God. So Ondo State is setting a standard for Nigeria.
With INEC's declaration of Dr. Mimiko as a winner of the election, one thing that is clear is that the people of Ondo State want continuity in governance. They hope candidates of the opposing parties will sheath their swords and work together with the government for the next 4 years.
Well, there you have it. And but before all of that, maybe let's introduce the guest first. Dr. Benson Enokhuomehin joins us now, and of the Labour Party, one of the strategists in there. Thank you for coming in this morning.
It's a pleasure. Good morning.
Well, before this time, for those who were watching from outside, they thought that having seen all those political rallies, listening to the seemingly tough talk at the time, they thought perhaps it was going to be maybe very close, depending on who breasted the tape first. But that wasn't the picture you all saw on the inside, was it?
Well, for those of us who are from Ondo State and who have been involved in the political arena for a while, we've studied the events as it were. Let me go down a little bit of memory lane. In 2002, as at the time the build-up was coming up, we knew quite well that the incumbent government of that of AD was not likely to survive the build-up to that particular election, because at that time, PDP had become so strong and powerful. And when we discussed with people and told them that, look, looking at the scenario and looking at the way PDP had massaged its strength at that time, that it was not possible for AD to survive it. And truly speaking, the election came, and it was no surprise to those of us who were on ground in that place. Ditto also for this one that has come. I've been consistent in this position that for the success of this election, the performance of the government, the principles enunciated by the governor, his profile, and the things we've noticed about him will go a long way in determining the success of this election. And to all intent and purpose, that came afore in this, what happened on Saturday. Aside from that, the people of the state also, Ondo State is not just any state you take for granted. The people are enlightened. They are well informed. So we can sever between the wheat and the chaff. And we know what was on ground. Well, we concede the press war and all those in the papers. I do not want to mention names now because, you know, when you are victorious, you should also be magnanimous in victory. And we know those ones. But we do know that those noise, they are different from what is actually on ground. And I've said it. I was on your program here. I was on a number of television stations. And I said, this election is going to be between Labour Party and all other parties grouped together. So it was not going to be contest between Labour and Party A, Party B, Party C, between Labour and PDP or Labour and ACN. You know, you can't pull an Iroko tree down with just ordinary broom. It won't work. It will not function. Or just carry an umbrella and say you want to go and pull an Iroko tree. You need things like saw, or you need a caterpillar that will come. And your caterpillar must have been the performance which you have on ground. Here is a man who had done the BA work for which the whole world is acclaiming him. Here is a man who has turned Akure into a city that we are all proud of. These things happen within the space of 3 years. Here is a man who has turned the market. Now, I'm not campaigning because I should reel out. When I came the last time I was talking, somebody was saying, oh, you are campaigning, but these are the things that are on ground. The structures are there. We know him. We have been with him. So,
I mean, this is the first time that it seems the jinx has been broken since 1983, that somebody will run
it has been broken before. It's only people are being mischievous with the truth. In 1983, Chief Adekunle Ajasin, your blessed memory, won the election.
That's what I said, since 1983.
Yes, but again, between 1983 and now, we only have the skirmishes of political, what they call the system. All the while it has been military and military. Look at it. In 1992 or thereabout, Chief Olumilua was on the saddle. Just for 1 year or thereabout, the military sacked him. Then we went for a long period again. Then Adefarati came in. Chief Adefarati came in. Dr. Gagu took over from him. Dr. Gagu, then Dr. Mimiko took over. For how long?
Well, you're not worried about that particular, because, I mean, 30 years, 1983 till about now, it's almost 30 years. It's 29 years.
But the issue is that...
Did that not worry you at all?
But out of that almost 30 years, military took a large chunk of it. So we're not in democracy.
But now... 12 years of democracy since 1999 till now.
No, we can only talk of 8 years, because it was from Chief Chief Adefarati to Dr. Agagu, from Dr. Agagu to Mimiko, and Mimiko has continued. So the issue is just 8 years is not too long a time to say there are no changes in batting. No, the man had broken the jeans. Breaking the jeans is not even the issue. The issue is that the man laid some certain foundations for which we expect him to build upon, and for which the people of Ondo State will not change the dial. When you watch channel television, mostly in the morning, you don't want to change the dial, because you are encouraged by the information, by the quality of views be expressed. Why will you go and be looking for some stations when they are just acting play and talking nonsense? In the same way, in Ondo State, we've seen Dr. Olusegun Mimiko performing, and we cannot change that. And we said that on Saturday.